I'm Dr. Shirazi, a board certified dermatologist. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, I want to answer a common question that many people come into the office asking, and that is, what kind of skin do I have? What is my skin type? And I've looked all over Google, read all these blogs, went to the American Academy of Dermatology website because skin type is very vague. As a dermatologist, when I think of skin type, I think of, okay, are you Fitzpatrick type 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5? And that really corresponds to how easily you burn and how easily you tan. So dermatologists think of skin type referring to the Fitzpatrick skin type, but as a consumer, it can be really overwhelming because then you also see products advertised for mature skin, for pigmented skin, for dark skin, for people of color. And then it gets really confusing because what exactly does skin type mean? So I thought the most effective way to communicate this would be to break it down into 5 skin types. But before we get started, don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe, and send this to a friend who you could see having this conversation with. So I'm gonna base my information on the American Academy of Dermatology. They describe 5 skin types, and I think this is a good start. It's not gonna be inclusive of, all the little minutia details. Now remember, skin type is different than skin condition. And so you could have rosacea but have oily skin, or you could have rosacea and have combination skin. So the skin types are really based on when you were born. What is the true nature of your skin? What does your skin naturally want to do? So the 5 types are normal, which means you can pretty much put anything on your skin and get away with it. You never really have to think about if your skin needs to be hydrated or needs to be dried out, or if you're producing too much oil, too little oil. People with normal skin just can get through life without many products. They have the simplest skincare regimen because their skin is so good at regulating oil and sensitivities. They definitely have it the easiest. So there's normal, oily skin, dry skin, sensitive skin, and combination skin. So we're gonna go through them all. Let's first talk about oily skin and dehydrated skin, because those two things are completely different. Dehydrated skin means that your keratinocytes, or your skin cells, are lacking water. Oily skin has more to do with sebum production from the oil glands. So you could have oily skin and have your skin be dehydrated, meaning it lacks water. The oil is what protects the surface of the skin, keeps the water loss to a minimum to prevent dehydration, but you could still have oily skin yet be dehydrated. So there's a key difference between the two. The oil is also referred to as sebum. This is what is produced by our oil glands, and it's rich in fatty acids, triglycerides, squalene. These things help protect the surface of the skin. So how do you determine your skin type? Well, while you're watching this video, I want you to pause it, go wash your face, and just use a little bit of gentle cleanser. Not even use a cleanser. Or if you're gonna use one, just one that is very, very mild. So you'll cleanse, and then you'll wait. Don't put anything on your skin. Cleanse and just pat it dry, and you're gonna wait an hour and see if your skin is dry. If it's combination, you're gonna be oily in the T-zone. And if you are red and itchy, then you have sensitive skin. So that's a quick test to determine what type of skin that you have. Dry skin types, you are gonna feel kind of tight after that hour. You're gonna wanna put something on your skin. And dry skin types do better with heavier balms and creams to form a coating on the surface of the skin that prevents water loss, and they don't tend to produce a lot of oil. So therefore, they're gonna rely more on heavier moisturizers that mimic the natural oils that are found. So you're gonna do better with less cleansing, you're gonna do better with heavier balms and creams. Oils really don't moisturize the skin and nourish it like creams do. So if you're gonna use an oil, use that after your cream. And then you're gonna wanna use a hydrating cleanser. Avoid the gel cleansers, you want more of a creamy cleanser. Over cleansing can strip your natural oils, which dry skin people have very little to begin with. So you are probably gonna want to use heavier, less water-based products. Oily skin, after you wash your face, within 30 minutes to an hour, if you look on your face, it's already shiny. You've got oil going on everywhere, and in that case, people with oily skin do better with lighter formulations like gel moisturizers. They're gonna do better with gel cleansers or water-based cleansers. In terms of makeup, powders are great for this kind of skin because they help absorb moisture and oil from the skin. So my patients with oily skin love the SPF powder brushes, like the ones that are mineral based. So you're gonna do better with lighter formulation. Then we have the problem people, which have the combination skin. They are oily in the T-zone and dry on the outside, which means they're gonna have to have more products than people with dry skin or oily skin or normal skin because they treat the skin on the T-zone differently than the ones on the edges. So they may want to use a lighter gel formulation for a moisturizer on the T-zone and a heavier cream on the edges. So if you wash your face and you notice, okay, I've got a lot of oil in my T-zone and very dry on the outside, then you probably have combination skin. So you may want to have a gel cleanser for the oily part, and you may want to have more of a creamy cleanser for the dry part. So you're gonna have more skincare products than your friend who's got dry skin or who's got oily skin. Skin type number 5 is sensitive skin, and I feel for these people. They have the hardest times with products. It seems like anything they put on their skin reacts. So they tend to be very particular about what they use, and they do the best with fewer products because any particular ingredient or formulation can really tip the scale and cause them to react. People can have sensitive skin from the beginning of time since they were born, or if you overuse too many things and you use a lot of products with fragrance and dyes and you're putting a lot of stuff on your skin, you can actually sensitize your skin. So you may not initially be born with sensitive skin, but overuse of products, using too many things, getting your skin exposed to too many things can sensitize you. So you could start off with normal or combination skin and later in life become so sensitized because of all the things that you're putting on your skin. So be aware of that, especially if you're younger and you started wearing makeup or fragrance from a young age. It's the amount of exposure that your skin gets that finally after the 100th exposure or the 1000th exposure, it says, okay, you know what? I'm done with you. You've exposed me to so much fragrance, so much dyes, so many inactive skincare ingredients that now I'm just gonna start reacting. I'm gonna become reactive and I'm gonna become sensitized. So, however, those with sensitive skin, just from the beginning, they kind of know that their skin is reactive and they try to avoid all these things that can further make their sensitivities worse. And God bless the people with sensitive skin because they really push the envelope for the skincare companies to come up with ingredients and formulations that help these people. So that's how we get to probiotics in skincare, because a lot of times people with sensitive skin or eczema tend to have a disruption in their natural skin microbiome. So companies like Vanicream, that is one of the original companies that came out with skincare for people that were literally allergic to everything. Anything they would put on their skin, they would react. So hence, Vanicream is a great line for people like that. Aveeno also has some really great products that don't have dyes and fragrance and some of the things that people are sensitive to. So that's the general, American Academy of Dermatology. And then we have the Fitzpatrick skin types, and that has to do with how much melanin is built into your skin. And this is just genetically determined. Type 1 is very little melanin, so you are gonna burn very easily. You will never tan. You just have that type of skin. And then on the opposite end of the spectrum, we have type 6 skin, which never burns and always tans or always changes color. It really has to do with the amount of melanin that's built into your skin. So type 2, they very rarely tan, mostly burn. And then type 3 is sometimes they tan, sometimes they burn. Type 4, they typically tan, but they can still burn. Type 5, very little chance of them burning, but possible. And then type 6, they almost never burn and they always tan. So that's another classification that has to do with how much your skin can absorb UV damage and cause the cells to produce melanin to protect yourself. It doesn't mean that you don't get damage when you're tanning. You're still getting damage. Even though you don't get a burn, you still can accumulate UV damage. All right, guys, I hope that was helpful. Comment below, let me know if you have any questions. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button and share this with a friend who's also a skin enthusiast. Until next time, thanks for tuning in.